The danger for Christians isn't that we outright reject God. The real danger is that we slowly drift away. And that's what Hebrews chapter 2 warns us about. We saw that spiritual drift doesn't usually happen through massive moral failure or outright rejection. It just happens slowly through small, repeated moments where God speaks and we just fail to respond. We choose not to. So Hebrews gives us an active command, a warning really, to pay close attention to what we've already heard. Not just to remember it, not just to agree with it, those are fine, but to stay intentionally focused on it. Because drift starts when listening stops leading to response. A drift doesn't look dramatic. It just looks like delay. It just looks like distraction. It just looks like busyness. God might nudge you during a sermon and you think, I'll just deal with that later. Or God convicts you while you're praying and you just rationalize it away. Or God speaks clearly through his word or the word of another Jesus follower and you just put off applying it to your life. And over time, what feels harmless becomes really spiritually dangerous. Drift never feels urgent in the moment, but it inevitably leads to destruction. If the warning stopped there, it would be crushing in Hebrews 2, but the author goes on to give us the good news that Jesus is the answer to our drift. He's the only answer, because where we neglect God and his ways, Jesus remained faithful. Where we wander, Jesus drew near, and Jesus didn't drift from us. He came to us and entered into our suffering and holds us fast as our anchor. So if we want to stop drifting, we can't just try harder. We have to let Jesus anchor himself to us. That's the gospel, and that's where it always has to start. But then practically, just like a flywheel that stores up and perpetuates momentum, we tether our lives to Jesus through rhythms that help us continue growing closer to him. So we gather weekly as God's people, or we group together in real community throughout the week, or we give generously, or we go on mission for God, because drift might be gradual, but so is growth. And it takes time. And what starts with some difficulty perhaps in our lives will continue to help us grow and move, not away from Jesus, but closer to him. So I hope this helps you as you seek to follow Jesus more faithfully this week. I love you guys.